Philo Farnsworth, the farm boy who invented television. If you've ever watched a screen, you owe a debt to a teenage boy with a plow and a vision. Philo Taylor Farnsworth was born in 1906 in Beaver, Utah, in a log cabin. He grew up in a modest farming family where electricity was a luxury and curiosity was the greatest currency. From a young age, Farnsworth was endlessly fascinated by how things worked. He fixed motors, rewired appliances, and read everything he could find about electricity. But the idea that changed everything came not from a book but from a furrowed field. At the age of 14, while plowing his family's potato field in Rigby, Idaho, he noticed the clean, straight lines etched into the soil. In that moment, a vision struck him. What if you could scan an image the same way line by line and convert light into electricity? Could that signal be transmitted and reassembled as a picture somewhere else? That moment was the seed that would grow into the world's first fully electronic television system. Moving to Idaho turned out to be pivotal. For the first time, Philo had access to electricity. He discovered science magazines like Popular Science Monthly and the Electrical Experimenter, diving headfirst into the mysteries of radio waves and cathode ray tubes. Unlike other inventors working on mechanical television systems with spinning discs, Philo had a radically different idea, a camera that would capture images using a beam of electrons. By 15, he had already drawn blueprints for what he called the image dissector, an electronic vacuum tube capable of breaking down images into electrical signals. He showed these sketches to his high school chemistry teacher, Justin Tallman. Impressed, Tallman kept the drawings safe, a decision that would prove vital in the courtroom decades later. In 1926, just 20 years old, Farnsworth secured funding from investors to build a lab in San Francisco. Alongside his wife Elma and brother-in-law Cliff, he turned the small back room into the birthplace of a revolution. On September 7, 1927, the team achieved a milestone. They successfully transmitted the first all-electronic image, a simple white line. It might seem insignificant now, but that flickering line proved something world-changing. Television didn't need bulky mechanical parts. It could be done with pure electronics. The future had arrived. The Goliath named RCA. Farnsworth's quiet success did not go unnoticed. The Radio Corporation of America, RCA, a media giant, had its own engineer, Vladimir Zworykin, working on television. But Zworykin's iconoscope was still theoretical. RCA needed something that worked. Zworykin visited Farnsworth's lab under the pretense of a friendly chat. What he saw blew him away. "This is what we've been working toward at RCA for years," he admitted. Soon after, RCA attempted to claim Farnsworth's invention as their own. What followed was a years-long legal battle, one that pitted a lone inventor against a corporate empire. Luckily, Farnsworth had an ace up his sleeve, those teenage blueprints from high school. With teacher Justin Tallman as a witness, the Patent Office sided with Farnsworth. In 1935, the U.S. Patent Office ruled in his favor. RCA was forced to pay licensing fees to use his technology. It was a landmark victory, but also a bittersweet one. RCA had the resources to flood the market. Farnsworth did not. While he won the battle, the war for television's future would not be his to control. Despite the legal win, RCA stalled the launch of television until Farnsworth's patents neared expiration. Only then did RCA roll out TVs to the American public, ironically using his technology. Meanwhile, Farnsworth pushed forward. He developed television systems, worked on radar technology during World War II, and even ventured into nuclear fusion in the 1950s. But recognition eluded him. He struggled with depression, financial difficulties, and the emotional toll of being overshadowed by corporate giants. Let's pause and reflect. Television has shaped our world. It showed us the moon landing. It captured the fall of the Berlin Wall. It entertained generations. And none of it would have been possible without Farnsworth's invention. The principles behind his image dissector laid the foundation for countless technologies, from modern TV cameras to security systems and digital imaging sensors in your phone. His legacy isn't just in the TV, it's in the way we see the world. Farnsworth had one brief moment in the spotlight. In 1957, he appeared on the TV show I've Got a Secret. His secret? "I invented electronic television." The panelists were stunned. But behind that moment was a life marked by frustration. He battled alcoholism and depression. He poured his final years into building a fusion reactor, what he called a fuser, hoping it would bring clean, limitless energy to the world. It didn't work in his lifetime, but the design laid the groundwork for future fusion experiments. Farnsworth passed away in 1971. The world he helped create hardly noticed. Today, Farnsworth is no longer a forgotten name. In 1999, the Emmy Awards introduced the Philo Farnsworth Award, given to those who make groundbreaking contributions to television technology. Statues of him now stand in Washington, D.C., and in his hometown of Rigby, Idaho, a small museum bears his name. And slowly, the world has begun to recognize the quiet genius who transformed communication forever. Philo Farnsworth's life is a story of vision, perseverance, and injustice. But it's also a story of belief that one idea, sparked in the mind of a child, could change the way the entire planet communicates. He didn't build an empire, he didn't die rich, but he changed everything. Let this be a reminder. Great ideas often come from small places. Not all heroes are celebrated in their time. Some revolutions begin with a plow. If this story moved you, don't let Philo Farnsworth be forgotten again. Smash that like button to honor his legacy. Share this video with someone who loves history, science, or innovation. Subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories like this. Hit the bell, because in our next episode, we'll explore how television went from black and white to brilliant color. Thanks for watching. And to Philo Farnsworth, we see the world because of you.